Even though we know that diversity is important, organizations and our institutions continue to struggle with this. Now, why is this? Welcome, everybody, to the Daily Dispatch, where we help organizations come together to turn constant change into a strategic advantage. And I have to say, I think the universe is conspiring to get me off base with my, or off schedule with my agenda here, because I just like Wednesday, I had something else planned and I was bumping it to today. Today, I had that all set up, and then at the last minute, something else came in, and I heard a news report, and maybe you saw it, that recently there was a problem at the Air Force Academy. Someone had written some racial slurs on a whiteboard there, and the news story was the commander of that institution, Lieutenant Colonel J. Silveria, and he gave a very impassioned speech about diversity to the cadets there, and it was actually very inspiring. If you haven't seen it, I would definitely Google it. And he said, if you can't treat people with dignity and respect, then get out. And he talked with a great deal of passion about how diversity is the strength of the Air Force. And I thought, first of all, what a needed message, what an important message. And secondly, why do organizations continue to struggle with this on so many levels? Now, of course, I'm talking, this story was prompted, and of course you can talk about racial diversity or sexual diversity or gender identity or sexual preference, that kind of thing, all levels of diversity, but also at a much more fundamental level as well. Diversity of thought, diversity of ideas, diversity of influences. Our organizations, they continue to struggle with that. I know that a lot of organizations, they simply, places that I've worked at times, they don't feel psychologically safe to voice an idea that is not going along with, the status quo or what the group thinks. And with Lieutenant Colonel Silveria, what I saw was, I think, an important solution, and that being the importance of courageous, visionary leadership. And not just leadership that takes a stand, but leadership that realizes that the problem with diversity is that we're not thinking deeply enough about it. We are thinking that it's about the color of somebody's skin, that it is about their sexual orientation, that it is about their political affiliation. And it's actually not. It's really about the addiction that we have to similarity, and that similarity or sameness or homogeneity, those things will keep us safe and strong, when the reality on all levels, and all data shows us, the reality is that those things tend to be a weakness. What keeps us strong is a lot of ideas and a lot of influences coming together, dealing with complex problems, supporting one another, and moving forward to envision a bigger future, a more encompassing future. But that's not going to happen unless we have courageous, visionary leadership like we had from Dr. Lieutenant Silveria today. So that's our Daily Dispatch for today. We'll be back on Monday. Listen, if you're enjoying these messages, please check out my website, davidholzmer.com, where you can see more daily dispatches and see my blog articles there, which the latest one over at leadx.org is like going off the charts. I'll put the links for those in my notes. So take care. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.